was a ravishing young woman, all dressed up to go to the ball. Who was she?
This young lady is my 4 times great-aunt, Margaret Robertson, and she was painted by her sister-in-law, my other 4 times great-aunt, Christina Robertson.
I can see that it's signed on the sheet of music on the piano, Christina Robertson, and dated 1842. Do you know much about Margaret and why she would have been dressed like this and painted so beautifully?
Well, in 1842, she would have been 21 years old, so I wonder if that was the occasion for this painting.
I think you might well be right. I mean, she's dressed beautifully in this satin gown with the lace trim and the ermine stole. This is more of an intimate portrait. The way that this beautiful lady is looking out, her gaze directed at the viewer, and it's very tender and very touching, I think. Christina Robertson, she was an artist in her own right. She was born in Fife in Scotland, I believe, and married to the artist James Robertson. They moved to London in the 1820s, and she very much set up on her own as an artist against a backdrop of a very male-dominated art world. She was able to paint portraits of the fashionable society in London, and she exhibited at the Royal Academy and back in Scotland at the Scottish Royal Academy. And what do you know of Christina yourself?
Well, she went to Russia around about 1840, where she was the height of fashion, painting Russian nobility, princesses, countesses. She was at the top level of Russian society, and she knew how to charge for her services as well.
Quite amazing, really, for a woman to have such independence at that time, and very brave of her to have left. I believe they had 8 children, 4 of whom survived, and she took 2 of her children with her to Russia. She was awarded in 1841 an honorary member of the Imperial Royal Academy, which was really quite an achievement.
You mentioned that she had several children. During the 1820s and 1830s, when she was prolific in her portraiture, she was almost constantly pregnant and still painting, almost like a factory production line. Phenomenal lady she was.
That really is quite something, and I think that with the outbreak of the Crimean War, unfortunately, the taste for things British became unfashionable, and sadly, her work dried up, and she ended up living out her days in St. Petersburg and died quite young and quite poor. Well, such a gorgeous painting with the provenance that it has and the direct relation to the artist. I wouldn't hesitate to put an estimate at auction in the region of £8,000 to £12,000.
Gosh, thank you.
Well, I think it's very relatable even today. She's a young girl on the occasion of her 21st birthday, getting all dressed up and sitting for her portrait with a very sort of proud look on her face, saying, "Look at me, I'm coming out into the world." And I just can imagine a girl today getting dressed up for her photo. And I just think that makes it so relevant.